the last lovely character from the beginning crew. 3 characters, and like I said, what character you guys want me to do next as a 4th? Because you get a lot of free characters in the beginning. You get Asta, you get Herta, you get Natasha. So it's kind of interesting on which character you guys would be interested, because this is a character I specifically, you actually get this character later. I got this character amongst my summons. Oh yeah, this Serval is also. So what character you want, and then after that, I'm gonna obviously go to start doing some 5 stars out there. Geopard being a beast that he is, that was the 5-star that I got. So let me know in the comment section which one you want, and let me also, you know, get some of that like, comment, subscribe. If I can get this channel to be amongst the greats, or even a little tiny bit of glory, that'd be pretty good. I like to do guides. I like to do funny stuff. I need to progress the story like really bad. I'm actually stuck on my Trailblazer thing, so I gotta really put it into work. So I want to get these guides out, so I gotta also do some story stuff, because the story is so good. I know I'm rambling, but the story is so damn good. I feel bad not recording it. Like so let's check out Dang Hang and Dang Hang, I think actually. I really want to do these for the opening characters, because a lot of the times in the beginning of the game, we're just smashing buttons and he's green. Actually, I can't wait to kind of look in the character thing, because I don't actually know if there's another like green character in the game. I feel like there's like only one other green. So maybe he's a little bit more important to build than you might think, because sometimes you need certain elements. Luckily, the bosses are weak to like 3 elements or so at a time. Oh yeah, Branya is another green, and she's like the most popular one, obviously, over him. So let's look at the boy. So his basic attack deals wind damage equal to 50%. Okay. Okay. And then we have his skill, which is deal wind damage of based off its attack. On a crit hit, there's a 100% chance to add a slow to that target as well. I love that, because I don't think that in this game there is that stupid elemental triangle, which I absolutely love. I love that. But so that means that his chance of crit is not, or his chance to even land a hit is not like screwed over by something stupid. Great. But lowering someone's speed in most gacha games, especially because you guys have seen, you could turn lapse things like crazy, plus on top of freezes and stuns, which he doesn't have, but like, you know, other characters could do that. So you could make someone take a long time to get their turn because they're slowed, and then put a slow right back on them once their slow is gone. So there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with slows in this type of game, and there's ways to advance people's move meter and stuff like that too. Then we have the Ethereal Dream, deals wind damage equal to 240% of his attack. If the enemy is slowed, the ultimate's damage multiplier. I actually did not know that. I didn't know that. Oh, see, it's really cool to actually like read their skills and stuff like that. I didn't know that at all. So you hit them with the skill and then do the ultimate. Sometimes it's the opposite. So yeah, you have to do this, or you have another character in your team that also revolves around slows and speed. Let's look at his talent, which that is the thing. He just dashes at you, right? Target an ability. His next attack wins. Resist pen increases by 18%. Then it looks like he has a bonus effect here that we'll probably see later in his Eidolons. When the target current HP percentage is greater than or equal to 50%, his crit rate is increased. That's pretty good. And then the technique is the thing he smacks you with, right? He gets increased a 40% attack. That's kind of nuts. That's really cool for him, because it allows you to burst people down with him. The light cone that they chose to use on him is to increase his speed. We'll see if there's any better options there. So let's bring it on down, slow it down, check out that basic attack. Nice and smooth. Alright, now we can look at the E. I love the animation of the E, dude. Unfortunately, didn't get a crit there, so this guy has a shitty build. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, let's get that ultimate when I get a chance. Anywho, you guys seen it a million times,
death, revealed in an instant.
But it still looks pretty cool. One of the better looking ultimates in the game, I'd say.
This sanctuary is but a vision.
Love it. Let's check out the Eidolons and the Traces. I want to start here because let's see how it exactly works. After using his technique, oh, we already know that. So these two seem to be the only thing that's going to be different, and that's going to be his bonus ability. When current HP percentage is 50% or lower, reduces the chance of being attacked by enemies. Okay, so when his HP becomes lower, he becomes like stealth almost, like they won't attack him as often. So that's a good thing to keep in mind when he gets Ascension 2. And then last but not least, after launching attack, there's a 50% fixed chance to increase own speeds by 20%, which is what I was seeing when I was using that other person's character a little bit. I feel like that's what was going on. So that's pretty cool as well. These are always like basically the same. Basic attack deal 40% more. Oh, that's actually awesome. See, you got to click around on the traces. That's why I added them in, because they really seem to make sense. But a lot of stuff is about speed and them being slow. So also let's look at the dupe system. If you keep getting this guy in the pulls and you're like, I don't want you, maybe there's a reason you should. When the character target enemy's current HP, okay, gets we already know that. So as they get lower, he gets a nice crit rate bonus on them. Then it has reducing his talent's cooldown by 1 turn. This is the thing that extends it. Then we have the Roaring Dragon Soaring Sun. When Dang Heng uses his ultimate to defeat an enemy, his next action, he gets a reset. That's very similar to Seeles, right? She kind of gets a free turn when she kills something. He has to kill something with his ultimate, but similar. You know, if you have this is the 4-star version of something a 5-star can do, right? So that's actually interesting. So you could do all that stuff, weaken them, get the increased crit, knock them out with the ult, get another turn, and start working it up again. This is just a bonus thing. And then last but not least, the slow state triggered by his skill reduces the enemy's speed by an extra 8%. So it just makes them a little bit more slower when he uses his E. Now where's this one? This was interesting. Reduces talent cooldown by 1 turn. I just want to double check what the talent is again. Sometimes I get confused by each one. Talent is target is the target of an ally's ability. His target. Oh, okay. So when someone targets him, I messed that up a little bit, but pretty interesting. So again, him being fast, so he can get a lot of turns. Make sure the enemy's slow, then hit him with the ultimate. Is pretty much what we're seeing. Especially if the ultimate can kill. If you have enough dupes, he'll get a free turn, which is awesome. Next up, let's look of the light Aconis. I'm terrible. He's the hunt. I should have. He's green, but he's also part of the hunt. I messed it up. Good time to mention that, because now I want to go into his light cones. All right, cool. Now we can see. Let's check out the blues, of course. You know how we do. All of them seem like temporary buffs. This one buffs the speed when he kills something, which is not that bad, I guess, because the speed is important. This one gives him attack when he kills something, and this one gives him a buff crit rate when he starts the battle, so his crit is a little bit higher. As you know, his his skill, if he crits, he gets speed. It slows them, so that could be interesting, and depending on, but I feel like the overall better one is going to be the speed, so I can see why that guy wanted that, because the speed is going to help him do a lot more. And there's also other things when we go into the relics based off the speed, so I'm pretty sure that that's what they're looking to do. All right, let's see what we got purple-wise. See, like something like this is good. After ending the battle, increases the wearer's speed by 8%. Max level going up to probably like something else, right? 12%. And damage by by a certain amount. When the wearer takes damage, this effect disappears. This effect will resume after the end of the wearer's next turn. I like this one because basically, as long as he doesn't get hit, he keeps that bonus, right? So you keep this on him, and then when he gets hit, you just have to find ways to distract him. Now, we saw that he has the other passive of if he's below 50% of HP, he kind of they stop hitting him, right? But again, that's if you have a bunch of dupes. But I like this one in general because there are other characters, now that we did March 7, there are other characters that can manipulate who the enemy is likely to hit, if not just taunt. So this is really good for him, obviously. Like I said, if you max level it, because it's a purple, it is possible you can get this 12%, which is nice. Not that bad. I like that one a lot. Don't like this one that much. Not my cup of tea. This is a boss killer one. Not bad for him, especially for something. Oh, no, actually, something when an attack, a death reset technically doesn't like something like this. But you start working on the same target, and you just have to be mindful of that. This is obviously a better artifact, Eidolon, whatever, on a boss, right? Because you just keep hitting him, stack it up to 5 times. This is currently, this is 40% damage increase. And then eventually, what are we looking at? 16 times 5 is Bath. Sorry, what is that, 90? I think that's 90 if I do the math really quickly. That's a lot of increased damage as long as you're hitting the same target. 5 times is not that bad, especially when you're fast, right? You get a couple extra turns, you can stack this up pretty quickly, throw ultimates on there, and yeah, that's pretty damn good. So right now we got Swordplay and River Flows are our things. Subscribe for more. Yeah, you guys better. I didn't even know one of the characters has a YouTube channel. That's funny. Interesting. This doesn't really work for him, but it is interesting. It's for characters that are more about their basic attacks, I'd say. More not their skill, but their basic attack. is better, but it works with him. His basic attack and skill do damage, but the effect is based on him having like basically keeping your ultimate. Who is a character that will like to keep their ultimate? I don't think that's him. Usually you want to throw that thing. You want to throw that thing. All right, and then Return to Darkness, and this is increasing the crit after a crit hit. Fixed damage to dispel one buff. This seems like something that will become relevant later. There'll be a boss where you'll need a green character to dispel buffs or something like that. Now this is interesting. Like they have 3. Every other person so far that I've covered only has 2. All right, they only have 2 yellows. So the hunt has a little bit more. So this one we have increases the wearer's crit by 18%, while the wearer is in battle for every 10 speed that exceeds 100. The damage in the basic attack and skill is increased by 6%, and the crit damage of their ultimate is increased as well. So this effect can stack up to 6 times. So this is something, obviously, not only do you want to make sure he has a speed buff on him, or have another character that gives speed, and then as long as that's a thing, the crit damage is getting increased. Your basic attack damage, so much damage is getting increased by that. This is an awesome one. Obviously, if you get it max level, that's awesome. 30% crit for free is nuts. But again, this is yellow. I have to say it every time I do the light cones, especially when I get to the yellows, that you're not. It's gonna be hard for you to max these out, right? So you're gonna need some help. 10%, and these are stacks, right? So 6 times stacks. Every 10. So you need at the most 160 speed, and then you'll have all these other benefits. So each stack, so this would be 60% damage, or then 60%. What is it? 120, 120 crit damage bonus. That's insane. And this is Seeles on there, and I guarantee that's one of her best things. It's full of flowers and butterflies. Yeah, it's definitely meant for her. 100% meant for her, because I don't know, but you stack speed. That's all it is. Increases the damage. This is the other one. Sleep like the dead. Increases the wearer's crit rate by 30. This is level 1. Keep in mind, this is pretty good. 30% crit damage. Sorry. Oh, I messed up. When the wearer's basic attack and skill does not result in a crit, increases their crit rate for 36%. That's also pretty good, because you can auto, right, do your basic attack, then use your ult afterwards if the first one did not crit, right? This one, it seems, is something when you're trying to cheese crits instead of having them be consistent. So just keep that in mind. And max level is gonna, I think they just double, right? No, only goes up to 50 crit damage. Does not double. The crit rate thing almost doubles, but the crit damage does not. So, I think that Sleep Like that is not that great. I'm sure certain characters better benefit off it. I don't think he does, though. Or I don't think most characters do. Increases the wearer's crit rate by 8% and increases their crit rate against enemies with HP less than equal to 50% by an extra 8%. So, more crit if they're lower on HP. When the wearer defeats an enemy and their attack, he already has passives like that, which is kind of weird. And this is, again, light cones. We haven't even gone to the relics yet. This one's decent, so I don't even know. I think you just go with In the Night. I think all the hunt characters should just use In the Night. It just seems skies and leaps above the other two. And last but not least, we got the relics set. Let's see what relics we can put on the boy. Celestial Differentiator, differentiator, not that bad. Increases crit by 8%. We already know critting is kind of important with his E. And if his crit rate is higher than 80%, then his basic and skill damage is increased. Not bad, especially for a 2-piece. Now this would be good on other characters, and like he needs a couple of dupes, right, to do this, but increases the wind damage, right? So that's good for him. After the wearer uses his ultimate, their action is advanced by 25%, which is a 25% boost to the bar. And with speed and them being slow and stuff like that, this could be really, really strong to utilize. So I like the Eagle of the Twilight. Inert Salasato. Increase the wearer's crit rate by 8% when the wearer's crit rate is a 50% or higher. The wearer's ultimate and follow-up attack has increased damage. That's pretty good for him too. This is like the basic one that most people get in the beginning, where speed is increased by 6%. Basic attack is also increased as well. You can do better. Base Ceiling Station. Increase the attack by 12% when the speed is 120 or higher. The wearer's attack is increased even more, another 12%. Like, I like these. I'm sure that there's a reason. Like, I don't know if you can combine all these 2 pieces. You guys let me know, but they are pretty cool. Like this one, energy regeneration is up by 5% when the speed is over 145. The wearer's action is advanced forward by 50% when they enter the battle. So Sometimes you don't need that though. If you're that fast, I don't know if you really need that. That seems a little wasteful. But I like these when your speed is up above a certain thing that something happens. The break effect is increased. That's pretty cool. And that's going to be it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I think this character is, obviously you need a decent amount of investment, especially any character that has to do with critting. You got to invest in him. I don't think that he has any like crazy like innate crit rate or something like that over other characters. I'm pretty sure that that's not the case. Some characters, sometimes they do that, but I'm pretty sure his crit rate, as you see, this one's 6. He's at 5. This guy's a little bit invested, that's why, but I'm pretty sure everyone just starts at 5%. So you have to work up and invest and give him crit rate in order for him to have all those passives activated. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Again, let me know which one you guys want to see next. Peace.